All right. Well, to be honest, Matt and we kind of had similar questions, so I think we could kind of just bang them out at the same time here. Brandon Narlock, he says, what are you looking forward to most in regards to collecting in 2025? And Matt says, what's your 2025 collecting resolutions?
I think they're pretty different, actually. But we can talk about it all in
Right,
one thing.
yeah.
Yeah, well, our plans for our collecting in 2025.
I mean, a lot of ours is definitely have to do with, major in the toy business and stuff, right?
Right. Like we actually have a call this week kind of planning out the year.
Major stars to be in people's hands, and I just think there's a lot to it. Like I think people get very excited once those are a reality. And obviously growing, Big Rubber Guys and where it's gone. And then obviously then the other part is the other licenses that we've been acquiring and
yeah, but that's your resolutions. That's like what do you want for your collection, your personal collection?
But that's now become like
I
it's
guess
one and
you
the same
can create
thing.
what you want in your thing.
But then on the other side, then that I want zombie 6-inch guys to be in my hand.
Yes,
I want TNA Power Town to be in my hand.
Ooh, yeah.
Big time. I want Power Town Series 2 to be in my hand.
yeah.
I'm anxious to see, what Mattel is going to show. Probably at WrestleMania, San Diego Comic-Con. In the Legend space, the retro space. Like, did they get some new people under Legends deals? Like, let's see who they are.
Yeah, like Tito and Coco and stuff. That'd be cool to finally.
As for resolutions, like I will say this, like I think a lot of cuts are coming to my collection, like significant cuts to entire collection, significant cuts to my Mattel collection, because I'm getting this monster toy room, but I don't want to fill it up.
Right.
Because if I fill it up, then there's nowhere to grow.
Yeah.
So I'm almost gonna keep it empty on purpose. That was my problem with the one I built.
It's full.
7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
It's beyond full. I filled up right away where there's like very little room where now I have a storage unit. I have a garage that is a storage unit. And, Chelsea and I, we just walked the space of our house. Like the top floor of the toy room's not there yet, but I'm just looking around. I'm like, there's not as much room as I think that's going to be here. I think I'm going to be in a fucking mall.
Right,
just the first floor is just the cement in the frame.
Okay.
I almost commented on your post like, that's it. Like in my mind, for some reason, this house was like had drywall up already, and you guys posted that picture of you like in gravel.
I told you like how it's been taking a long time.
Yeah. I was pretty blown away by that, but
I think I'm cutting. We talked about this a couple times, but I think I'm cutting my entire Star Wars vintage collection. Like making a deal like this week for it, barge and all, like cutting them. Maybe significant cuts to the Black Series collection.
Yeah, I think I've spent a lot of time trying to convince you that the vintage collection is the way to go, but I do agree with you that you don't need every Star Wars line.
Right.
That's
you
the
have
too many. Yeah.
the original vintage. You have the new retro. You have Power of the Force. You have Black Series, vintage.
Yeah.
You don't need
Too
that.
much.
How many Luke Skywalkers do you don't need them in every single version?
And I don't even have every single version. There's way more versions. There's way more lines. But even like wrestling wise, like let's say I put up my Hasbros. Like my Hasbros or my LGNs, like they're like my pride and joy. So I want that to have enough real estate where they're not like all hidden behind each other.
Yeah, same.
As opposed to Mattel's where I have so much where it's like, even though I love Mattel's and I think they're the best figures of all time, I need to make significant cuts to because I don't want the Mattel selection to be bigger than the Hasbro and LJN collection.
Well, it's gonna be no matter what, dude.
Of course, but I don't want it to be the focus of the room when in my heart it's not the focus.
I agree. I mean, I think you don't need 30 Ultimate Warriors.
There will be a lot of cuts like that, but they do. It's easier said than done. Than you have in your hand. You're like, oh shit. So my Mattels, I think, are gonna be like how my figures are now. Like this, they're all stacked in there. That is gonna be fine for Mattels, but visually, like there's gonna be actual number more Mattel figures than Hasbro and LJN. It's gonna happen. But real estate wise, I want the Hasbros and LJNs to take up more real estate
100%
than the Mattels and give them more. Yeah, it's like I might even fucking, put every Hasbro in like an acrylic case and just stand them up with the loose figure. Like I want that much attention to the Hasbros.
Jesus.
I say that now.
With you. I agree with you.
now.
Yeah. I feel very similar. I have just the room that I have, and I had just said it in the segment before. Quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the fact that I have vintage and Black Series. I think I'm cutting every Black Series Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Which is an entire Detolf.
If I did that, that's my problem because like I love that they're 6-inch and they're in scale similar to like a Mattel and like the modern toy line. So I don't know what I'm gonna even. I might just do like the top picks, but then it's gonna get tough.
Yes. Well, I thought the same thing too. Well, so my Black Series is top guys, right? But now I look at it and I'm like, is Boba Fett from the Boba Fett show a top guy? Not really.
That's where it gets nuts.
Not really, because he was when I was watching the show, but he's.
But I think he could be like because I would do, Han Solo from fucking. But then it gets crazy. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, do I need Han as a stormtrooper?
No.
But I need Han Solo. But then you need old man Han Solo. You need them both.
Yeah. Well.
But
yeah,
I don't need like Return of the Jedi in the camo coat Han Solo because I have that power of the Force.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You don't need Han Solo.
So a lot of cuts are going to be made here.
I agree. So that's my thing. I'm quality over quantity. I'm looking at those VHSs, those graded VHSs, and like really cool vintage things that when somebody walks through your room, you have a cool story about. Like the signed Mickey,
Yes.
These signed Star Wars that I have, these are cool and like people would really enjoy looking at. But like every X-Men Black Series, every X-Men Marvel Legends, I'm not sure if I need every one of those.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff.
A lot of cuts coming to the collection, so stay tuned for Whatnot fire sales because non-wrestling stuff doesn't really go on Whatnot.
January or February, I'm doing a Lucy Day, and they're going to go for what they go.
Exactly. So for the year, really, I have to start breaking down my toy room. That's a resolution. Get it all broken down before the house is built.
Zero fun. Tough to do.
Yeah, I've already started it, but it gets intense. Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring...
oh, baby.
And you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with a captain's log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.